When we think about memory and brain health in seniors, the conversation often turns toward medicines, supplements, or complicated brain training exercises. But what if I told you that something as simple, natural, and delicious as walnuts could give your brain a powerful boost? For many seniors, the search for ways to sharpen memory and stay mentally alert can feel overwhelming. But sometimes the best solutions are sitting right on the kitchen table. Walnuts are not just another snack. They are truly nature's memory booster, and they come packed with nutrients that your brain loves. Why does this topic matter so much? Let's face it, aging comes with changes that we cannot ignore. As the years pass, it's common for seniors to notice little slips in memory, forgetting where you placed the house keys, struggling to remember someone's name, or even feeling a bit slower when trying to process new information. These moments can be frustrating, sometimes even a little scary, and many people wonder if there's anything they can do to protect their brain. That's why we need to talk about foods like walnuts. They represent a simple daily choice that can make a real difference in maintaining independence, confidence, and joy in later years. The science behind walnuts and brain health is fascinating, yet easy to understand. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly a type called alpha-linolenic acid. Think of omega-3s south as fuel for your brain cells, helping them to communicate more efficiently. Just as a car engine runs smoother with good oil, your brain functions better when you provide it with the right fats. Walnuts also contain antioxidants, vitamin E, polyphenols, and minerals like magnesium and copper, all of which fight inflammation and protect the delicate cells of the brain from damage caused by stress and aging. This means that by simply adding a handful of walnuts to your daily routine, you're not just eating for taste, you're eating for memory, focus, and clarity. Relatable examples can make this science even clearer. Imagine two seniors starting their morning. One begins with a sugary pastry and coffee. The other sprinkles walnuts onto a bowl of oatmeal or mixes them into yogurt with berries. The first person may enjoy a burst of sweetness, but will likely feel a mid-morning crash in energy and focus. The second person, however, benefits from the steady release of nutrients that walnuts provide, keeping their mind sharper and more alert as the day unfolds. Over time, this simple choice can mean fewer senior moments and more confidence in handling daily tasks. What makes walnuts especially appealing is how easy they are to include in everyday life. Unlike complicated memory programs or expensive supplements, walnuts require no prescription and no special preparation. They fit seamlessly into meals, tossed into salads, baked into bread, or simply eaten by the handful. This accessibility makes them a true gift for seniors who want practical ways to boost their health without hassle. And because they are enjoyable to eat, the habit is easy to maintain. Consistency is key in brain health, and walnuts provide a way to stay consistent without feeling like you're sacrificing pleasure. Another point that matters deeply is the emotional comfort walnuts can provide. For many seniors, memory decline feels like a loss of independence. Forgetting simple things may spark fear. Will I lose control of my life? But discovering a natural solution, like walnuts, can replace that fear with hope. Knowing that something as simple as a daily snack can actively support brain function restores confidence. It's empowering to realize that your food choices hold the power to nurture your memory. In this way, walnuts are more than food. They are a symbol of control, resilience, and strength in the aging journey. It's also important to highlight how quickly seniors may notice positive effects. Studies suggest that walnuts improve cognitive performance, and many people report feeling more alert and focused after just a short time of adding them to their diet. While no food works like a magic pill, walnuts provide a noticeable lift in brain energy that can feel almost instant. This instant clarity may show up as remembering a phone number more easily, holding a conversation without losing track, or recalling a story from the past with vivid detail. These little wins add up, and they bring joy not only to the seniors themselves, but also to the families and friends who cherish their presence. Finally, let's bring this introduction back to the bigger picture. Seniors deserve to live with dignity, independence, and joy, and brain health plays a huge role in that. Memory loss doesn't have to be accepted as an unavoidable part of aging. With the right lifestyle choices, starting with something as accessible as walnuts, it's possible to protect and even enhance mental sharpness. This is why our topic today matters. It's not just about nuts. It's about empowerment, hope, and the beautiful truth that small choices create big changes. So, as we dive deeper into this journey, keep one image in mind, a small, wrinkled walnut sitting in your hand. It almost looks like a miniature brain, doesn't it? And in a way, that's nature's hint. This humble nut is perfectly designed to support the very organ it resembles. Next, let's explore exactly how seniors can use walnuts as their personal memory booster. Looking closely at the first key strategy for getting the most out of this incredible food, the first key strategy is making walnuts a consistent part of your daily routine. The power of walnuts doesn't come from eating them once in a while, it comes from giving your brain a steady supply of nutrients every single day. Think of it like watering a plant. One big watering and then weeks of dryness won't keep the plant alive, but a little bit of water every day keeps it thriving. In the same way, a handful of walnuts every day provides your brain with the constant nourishment it needs to stay sharp. Why is consistency so important? The brain is always at work, even when we sleep. Every thought, every memory, every conversation relies on trillions of tiny connections between brain cells. These cells need fuel, protection, and maintenance to keep working smoothly. Walnuts provide all of this, but the body doesn't store these nutrients for very long. Just like you need regular meals to keep your energy up, your brain needs a regular supply of omega-3 South, antioxidants, and vitamins. By eating walnuts daily, seniors create a steady rhythm of support for their memory. Let's paint a picture of what this looks like in real life. Imagine waking up in the morning and starting your day with a small ritual. Instead of just having coffee or tea, you add a small bowl of walnuts on the side. Maybe you sprinkle them on top of your cereal, blend them into a smoothie, or keep them in a little dish on the kitchen table. This tiny act becomes part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth or taking a morning walk. At first, it may feel like a small change, but over time, it becomes second nature. And with each passing day, your brain gets the steady stream of nutrients it craves. The benefits of this habit extend far beyond memory. Seniors who add walnuts to their daily lives often report feeling more energetic, calmer, and more focused. Omega-3 South in walnuts not only feed the brain, but also reduce inflammation throughout the body. This means less stiffness in the joints, better heart health, and even improved sleep quality. And when sleep improves, memory naturally sharpens because the brain uses those nighttime hours to organize and store information. So by committing to walnuts every day, seniors are not just supporting their brain, they're supporting their entire body. There's also an emotional layer to this consistency. For many seniors, building a healthy routine can feel like reclaiming control. Memory lapses often create anxiety. Am I losing myself? But when you choose walnuts daily, you're taking an active step in the opposite direction. You're saying, I can nurture my memory. That sense of empowerment builds confidence and reduces fear. Instead of focusing on what's slipping away, seniors can focus on what they are strengthening. This shift in perspective is powerful. It turns the act of eating walnuts into a ritual of self-care, hope, and resilience. To make the routine even more enjoyable, walnuts can be combined with other brain-boosting foods. For example, pairing walnuts with blueberries creates a super memory snack. Blueberries provide flavonoids that improve communication between brain cells, while walnuts provide the healthy fats that protect those cells. Together, they create a powerhouse combination for mental sharpness. Another idea is mixing walnuts with dark chocolate. Not only does it taste like a treat, but dark chocolate adds more antioxidants that further shield the brain from aging. These combinations make it easier to look forward to your daily walnut habit. One common concern is portion size. Some seniors worry, what if I eat too many? The good news is that you don't need a large amount to benefit. Research shows that about 1 ounce of walnuts a day, that's roughly a small handful or 7 whole walnuts, is enough to deliver powerful results. This small serving is easy to add to your meals and doesn't require drastic diet changes. Plus, walnuts are filling, so they help prevent overeating less healthy snacks. In other words, walnuts not only boost the brain, but also support healthy weight management, which further protects memory. Let's not forget the social side of food. Sharing walnuts can become a way of connecting with loved ones. Picture a grandparent offering walnuts to their grandchildren as an afternoon snack. Not only are they giving a healthy treat, but they're also passing down a tradition of wellness. These small shared moments become memories themselves, memories supported by the very food being enjoyed. In this way, walnuts strengthen both the mind and the bonds of family. Walnuts aren't just about one habit or one benefit. They are part of a bigger picture, a lifestyle of nurturing the brain. By making walnuts a consistent part of daily life, seniors lay the foundation for stronger memory, clearer thinking, and brighter days ahead. But consistency is only the first step. Next, let's dive deeper into the second key move, which takes the power of walnuts beyond routine, showing how they can be used creatively in meals to bring joy, variety, and even faster memory-boosting effects. The second key move is using walnuts creatively in daily meals to unlock even more brain power and joy. While simply eating a handful of walnuts is effective, adding them into different dishes makes the habit more enjoyable and sustainable. Food isn't just about nutrition, it's about pleasure, connection, and culture. By weaving walnuts into meals in fun and tasty ways, seniors can turn memory support into a source of delight. Why does creativity matter here? For many seniors, sticking to a health routine becomes difficult when it feels boring or repetitive. Eating the same snack every day might feel like a chore. That's where variety saves the day. Walnuts are incredibly versatile. They can be roasted, chopped, ground into butter, or used whole. They can be sweet or savory, crunchy or creamy. This flexibility makes it easy to keep meals interesting while still delivering that steady brain boost. At breakfast, instead of just plain toast, try spreading walnut butter topped with banana slices. This creates a satisfying nutrient-packed start to the day. Or sprinkle chopped walnuts over oatmeal with a drizzle of honey suddenly. A simple meal becomes a brain-boosting powerhouse. At lunch, walnuts can turn a salad from ordinary to extraordinary. Imagine a bed of leafy greens, sliced apples, feta cheese, and a handful of walnuts. Not only is it colorful and delicious, but every bite fuels your brain. At dinner, walnuts can even replace croutons in soups or be mixed into rice for a nutty, wholesome twist. And for dessert, walnuts pair beautifully with baked apples or dark chocolate, creating a guilt-free treat that feeds both the brain and the soul. Picture Mrs. Chan, a 72-year-old grandmother who loves cooking for her family. She had been feeling forgetful lately, forgetting ingredients while cooking or misplacing her glasses in the kitchen. Her daughter suggested adding walnuts to meals. At first, Mrs. Chan thought it sounded too simple to make a difference, but she decided to try. She began by adding walnuts to her morning porridge, and later started making walnut-stuffed dumplings for her grandchildren. Not only did her memory improve over time, but she also rediscovered her love for cooking. Every meal became a joyful experiment, and her family noticed how much sharper and more energetic she seemed. This story shows how walnuts are not just food, they're a tool for creating moments of joy and renewal. There's also a deeper scientific reason why combining walnuts with meals can maximize their impact. When walnuts are eaten alongside other nutrient-rich foods, their healthy fats help the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D, E, and K, for example. Eating walnuts with leafy greens helps the body absorb more vitamin K, which is vital for brain health and blood flow. Eating them with carrots or sweet potatoes enhances the absorption of vitamin A, supporting vision and overall cognition. In short, walnuts act as both a nutrient provider and a nutrient enhancer. This dual role means that when seniors include walnuts creatively in meals, they're unlocking more than just the power of the nut. They're unlocking the full potential of their diet. Another important angle is how walnuts support social and cultural traditions. Many seniors come from backgrounds where food is tied to family gatherings, holidays, or community celebrations. Adding walnuts to traditional recipes is a way to honor culture while boosting health. For instance, in some Asian cuisines, walnuts are used in sweet soups or stir-fried with vegetables. In Mediterranean cooking, they appear in sauces like walnut pesto. In Western kitchens, they're baked into breads and cakes. By blending walnuts into familiar dishes, seniors can keep their cultural roots alive while also nurturing their brains. And let's not forget the fun of experimenting. Seniors can challenge themselves to try a new walnut recipe once a week. One week it might be a walnut-crusted fish, the next week walnut banana bread, and the next a refreshing walnut and beet salad. This sense of play keeps meals exciting, sparks creativity, and even stimulates the brain by learning new skills. Remember, mental activity itself is a memory booster. So, cooking with walnuts doesn't just feed the brain, it exercises, food is memory. We often tie our most cherished moments to flavors and meals. By making walnuts part of these memories, seniors not only support their cognitive function, but also create a positive emotional association. Each time they eat walnuts, they are reminded of nurturing themselves, of being proactive about their health, and of the joy of sharing meals. This emotional reinforcement makes the habit stick and strengthens the bond between body, mind, and spirit. Walnuts are more than a snack or an ingredient. They are a symbol of possibility, small food with a big impact. The first move was consistency. The second move is creativity in meals. And the third move takes us even further, using walnuts as part of a holistic lifestyle for seniors who want to maintain independence, vitality, and confidence. Let's explore how walnuts fit into the bigger picture of senior wellness and how they can inspire hope for a brighter, sharper future. The third key move is making walnuts part of a holistic lifestyle that nurtures the mind, body, and spirit. This isn't just about eating a nut, it's about embracing a way of living that helps seniors stay sharp, independent, and confident for years to come. Walnuts serve as a symbol of possibility, but they work best when paired with healthy routines that create an environment for the brain to thrive. The first step in this lifestyle shift is to see walnuts not as a separate task, but as part of a bigger self-care ritual. Imagine starting your morning with a gentle walk, followed by a breakfast of oatmeal topped with walnuts and fresh fruit. That combination of movement, nutritious food, and mindful eating sets the tone for a sharp, energized day. In this picture, walnuts aren't just an ingredient, they're part of a lifestyle that encourages balance, positivity, and resilience. Seniors who connect walnut eating with daily self-care rituals are more likely to keep the habit for the long term. Brain health is influenced by many factors: diet, exercise, sleep, and social interaction. Walnuts support all of these areas. For instance, the omega-3 zalce in walnuts reduce inflammation, which not only supports memory but also helps joints, making it easier to stay physically active. And when seniors move more, blood flow to the brain improves, which further sharpens cognition. Walnuts also promote better sleep thanks to their content of melatonin, a natural hormone that regulates sleep cycles. Better sleep means better memory consolidation, so the cycle becomes self-reinforcing. Each healthy choice feeds into the next, and walnuts are right at the center of it all. Daily lifestyle integration is powerful. Choosing walnuts instead of chips for a snack is one choice. Taking a short walk instead of watching TV right after lunch is another. Calling a friend for a chat instead of scrolling endlessly on a phone is yet another. Each of these decisions may feel small, but when put together, they form a protective shield around the brain. And walnuts being easy, tasty, and nourishing fit perfectly into this pattern of positive choices. They act as the spark that inspires other healthy actions. For seniors, maintaining independence is often the biggest concern. Memory lapses can make someone feel like they're losing control over their life. But embracing a walnut-rich lifestyle provides a tangible reminder. I am taking care of myself. I am protecting my memory. This emotional reassurance is invaluable. It shifts the focus from fear of decline to hope for growth. Every handful of walnuts becomes a declaration of strength, resilience, and dignity. And this mindset creates motivation to keep going with other positive habits as well. Mr. Dara, age 68, had always been skeptical about dietary advice. But after a minor health scare, he decided to make small lifestyle changes. He began walking each morning, replacing his sugary snacks with walnuts, and adding them into his evening stroll. Over time, he noticed he could recall names and numbers more easily. He felt more confident in conversations and even began volunteering to help tutor children in his neighborhood. His improved memory gave him back not just mental clarity, but also a sense of purpose. Walnuts were the spark that reignited his confidence and connection with others. His story shows that the benefits go beyond biology. They reach into the heart of what it means to live a meaningful life. As we reach the conclusion, it's important to remember this. Walnuts are not a miracle pill, but they are a powerful ally. Combined with consistency and creativity, they become part of a holistic plan that allows seniors to age with strength and independence. The small, wrinkled walnut holds within it the nutrients of hope, proof that nature has designed simple tools for our well-being. It reminds us that the path to sharper memory doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. It can be as simple as enjoying a handful of walnuts every day. The inspiring message to take away is this: memory loss does not have to define aging. Seniors can choose habits that sharpen the mind, brighten the spirit, and preserve independence. Walnuts are a delicious starting point, a daily act of empowerment that says, I am still strong, I am still capable, and I am still me. When paired with movement, rest, and joyful connections, walnuts become more than a snack. They become a symbol of resilience. So, as you finish listening to this, picture yourself holding a walnut in your hand. Let it remind you of the power you already hold inside yourself. Just as that walnut protects its seed with a strong shell, you can protect your memory with strong choices. The journey to better brain health begins with a single step, and in this case, a single nut. With walnuts as your memory booster, the future can be sharper, brighter, and more independent than ever before.